You're listening to LOA Recon with the Good Vibe coach Jeanette Ma, where we dissect the ins and outs and the art and science of conscious creation, all intended to amp up your manifesting game. Let's have some fun together. Hey. Thanks for joining me for another episode. Oh, you know what? I realized I did not unplug my phone. How about if you join me in an intention that I have a nice quiet background while recording? That'll work. Okay, so, wow, guess where I went yesterday? This isn't related to what I was going to talk about, but I was just thinking about how after I record, I'm going to go pet. Guess who I'm going to pet? I get to go pet her. Remember Whiskey, the feral horse? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shout. Remember the feral horse? She spent like her whole life on 180 acres in Idaho. No human handling whatsoever. And I've been feeding her carrots forever, trying to get her to let me pet her, and she's not really having it. Oh, she's been at the horse trainers for a month. Oh my gosh, coolest guy ever. I went with to go pick her up yesterday. That guy is so cool. He's got the best gig. We drove up to his place, beautiful place out in the country. He's got a ton of horses. I pet so many horses because most horses are friendly. Guess who else is too now? Oh, okay. Wow, how many places can my attention go? Focus, Jeanette, focus. Okay, here's what we're talking about today. Anyway, the guy, his place, this isn't what we're talking about today. So he has a whole bunch of horses that aren't his. He has some that are his, but he just gets hired to work with people's horses. That's what he does for a full-time living, and he makes a good living doing it. And guess what? He's got 18 horses on the wait list. Oh my gosh, that guy's in high demand. I could see why. He was so amazing. He was so amazing. I don't often run into someone that makes me kind of jealous of their gig. That guy, I really like how he set himself up. And I can't wait to go pet Whiskey. But what we're talking about today, oh yes, that's right. This was on my mind because I just led a call on this subject at Good Vibe University on a conscious creator's guide to investing. Because guess what? I get asked a lot of questions by fellow creators because they know I used to be a certified financial planner. I did not keep my designation active, so I'm a former certified financial planner. And I worked in personal financial services for, what was it, like almost 15 years? It was over a decade for sure. So anyway, it's not unusual for me to be fielding questions from fellow creators who want to know things like, oh, is this a good investment advisor, or is this what I should be investing in? Or, oh, sometimes they ask about how quickly they should be paying down their debt, or is this a good interest rate on their mortgage or whatever. Just, the kinds of questions you'd ask a planner. And yes, I have opinions on all that stuff, strong opinions. I spend a lot of time studying that stuff. I love that world. I really do. But I also know those are not the best questions for conscious creators to be asking. That's not the smart question for us. The smart question for us is, it's not about what actions should we be taking. It's about what vibrations are we flowing. Because thinking that the action is what matters or is going to make the difference, that's the muggle approach to life. And we know better. We know that it doesn't matter what actions we take if our vibration isn't lined up with what we want. So the best questions for us to be asking is, am I lined up with what I want? And after we are, guess what? There's no more questions. Inspiration is clear. It's a really cool thing how that works. So the smart questions for us to ask before we make any money moves is, what am I aligned to? Am I aligned to abundance? Or am I coming from a scarcity mindset? Am I expecting prosperity? Or am I trying to avoid financial ruin? Am I mostly entertaining thoughts of wealth or visions of doom? That's a good question to ask. Am I feeling rich or am I feeling desperate? That's what we want to be paying attention to, because the actions we take cannot override the vibration that we're running. And yes, granted, sometimes the action that we take will move our vibration. Sometimes it works that way, but not reliably, not every time. Let's not count on that to happen by accident, because a savvy manifester is paying attention to the frequency that we're rolling with rather than expecting actions to yield results that don't match our dominant vibration. Do I sound a little preachy? Aretha said I was sounding really preachy. I did. I went off on a rant for sure. I went off on a rant that I am not going to go off on that rant on this episode. Maybe I'll have it in a separate episode so you can choose not to listen to it if you don't want to. Okay, anyway. If you're a member, Good Vibe University, August 2021, Conscious Creator's Guide to Investing. It's in the archives. Okay. Here's how I know this stuff. Well, on my LOA training, but also I've seen people in the very same investment at the very same time get completely different results. That doesn't sound like that's how it's supposed to work, does it? And yet I've seen it. I've watched people do all the quote-unquote right things with their money only to continue experiencing financial fear or lack, because that's what their vibration was. I myself, I've made money decisions while I was flowing resistance to what I didn't want. I know how that turns out. We got to address the vibration. When we do that, the rest takes care of itself. So the first thing we want to do, find the vibration of what we want, and then trust where inspiration calls us. It's those questions answer themselves, or you don't even have them to start with, because that's how inspiration works. We don't wonder. When inspiration hits, I'm talking about our joy, our passion, our excitement. Even sometimes we just feel it as interest or curiosity. We feel drawn. Something's calling us. In a good way, it feels really good. Like, we don't have to stop. Sometimes our gremlins will want to question it. Ooh, boy, did I have another topic. Oh, that's another episode, though. I got a lot of topics saved up for you because I just finished Money Vibe Mastery at Good Vibe University. It was a 12-week course where we addressed the money vibration. We addressed what... Oh, did I just shout at you? We addressed what I believe matters most. That is how to feel rich, how to feel abundant and prosperous and free or secure, whatever it is you want your money to be, how to feel that first, because then everything else is going to take care of itself. We got to get that vibration first. It's not, let's manifest the money and then I'll feel that way. We got to feel that way first. So anyway, I just finished a 12-week course for GVU members on that. It's in the archives if you want to check it out. Or if you are a member and you missed it, it's there waiting for you. So I've saved up a lot of podcast episodes in the meantime. What I really wanted to say here, though, is the next time you find yourself wondering what to do, whether it's about your money or about your health or about your relationship or about your business, whatever you might be wondering about, the smart question for a conscious creator. I'm only talking to conscious creators. Muggles, they got to do it a different way. But let's make sure we're doing it the way we know works best. And that is to ask ourselves first, what am I aligned with? Do I know how it feels to have what I want? And if I don't know that feeling yet, that's the first thing I want to address. I want to practice that feeling. I want to get familiar with what it feels like to have whatever it is that I want. And then I can trust whatever inspirations come my way. A lot of times I don't even have to take any action. It sorts its own self out. Things come to me. I don't even have to go, I say I, but I mean for all of us. This is how it works. Once we get lined up, things fall into place. But even if there is an action for us to take, it will be clear because it will feel good. It will be obvious. It will call us in a strong, positive way. That's how inspiration works. Is this the best system ever? I think so. And having said that, I do have a couple of Muggle books that I like for learning about money that I should probably just tell people about. Can I remember? Yeah, remember I've probably mentioned one of them, Your Money or Your Life by... Oh, it just got updated, and now they list Vicky's name first. Vicky Robin and Joe Dominguez, I believe. It's Muggles. It's Muggles for Muggles, but I liked it. It helps us learn how we want to be with money. I liked it. And then the other one, it's super traditional, very muggly, but good info for anyone who really just wants me to tell them. Stop asking me to tell you what investment vehicle. And don't even start with that book. Start with the vibration. I was going to say The Only Investment Guide You'll Ever Need by Andrew, I think it's Tobias, maybe. It's a good Muggle book. But don't start there. Start with the vibration, please. Start with the vibration. What does it feel like to have what you want? I got preachy, didn't I? I'm sorry. I'll try and tone it down for the next episode. Thanks for listening, everyone, and happy manifesting.